If you do an alternative business structure, which allows non-lawyers to have ownership or decision-making authority with combined with the MSO, which is the management services organization, which is like a business entity that provides administrative, operational, financial support. And in fact, like my financial advisor had offered me to do an MSO, divide up all the things that are more administrative and create a different entity. Like sometimes that makes sense. But the idea also could do something like this where a lot of firms get together and they use the same case management software or they use the same HR team. Or I've heard of some people sharing an HR employee between two mid-sized firms because it made sense. But anyway, the economy is a scale conversation. And so like really getting organized in that respect. But yeah, there were a lot of conversations about the alternative business structure and just the whole conversation about, on one hand, it's about access to justice and providing to breaking the monopoly or oligopoly of, like, it sounds strong, but like of law and just how things are. I think there's just the fear of change. There's a lot of forces at play, and they've been going at play for a while. We've known about these for, especially the ABSs and the sandboxes, and
Yeah.
and then changing that with, I think it's Rule 5.4, owner of a law firm. And in fact, they're talking about if these types of things change around the world in other countries, and then if they group together and have these like ABSs with MSOs and they have that high efficiency, it's really going to force a lot of change. So I think the biggest takeaway is pay attention to what's going on and see how you can pivot and evolve. And the conversation really is, some people simplistically say, oh, just be more efficient, eliminate, automate. I say stuff like that too. But the idea really should be like, how can you reimagine delivering legal services? How can you package it differently and meet the needs of the people who, are underserved?
Yeah.
And I think I'm constantly mulling over this and trying to figure out what I'm going to do going forward. When I do the statistics or look at the numbers of who is hiring us, it seems like there's a lot of repeat business. And so we know we can keep our newsletter going, and like we've talked about in the past. And
Yeah.
and I don't know about you. Like I this is probably really honest opinion, but I think I stopped doing videos a couple months ago regularly because it was just getting so depressing. All the stuff we were saying, asylum, ICE pickup,
Yeah.
detention. So I've got to get back up and start doing more videos again. But I was just like, how much of me not doing the videos caused the business slide? I don't know how much of it caused it, but and how much it was happening to everybody else. Because when I
Yeah.
hear other people mention what's happened to them, but maybe some other people can relate to that. But it's just, there's just so much uncertainty, especially when I go on TikTok live and they start asking me all these questions and like the thing changed that day. So I'm all like, I feel like I don't know anything. I've been practicing for 17 years. I'm board certified, but it's like, take me a
Just
second
came
to
out,
look that
yeah.
up.